Folks, welcome back to another tantalizing episode of Schwaaard's Journey to Legendary. We are going to be going with the Covenant deck, Mark's Covenant deck to be specific. As you know, I did one, I called it like Yugo Yo-Yo or something back when we were trying to combat the yo-yo effects of the ladder. This is very similar in many ways. I haven't broken it down exactly how it's different, but Mark said that he took this to Legendary on one of his many campaigns there, and so I figured, hey, my deck did okay, but I think this one could do better. I can't remember if I've played this one for y'all or not. I mean, more than once. I know there was a time where I was just playing a bunch of them, like 1 or 2 games, so I think this is going to be a little bit new. I did take a quick look at it. Hey, we got a mirror match right off the jump. I took a quick look at it. Like I said, I saw a lot of the similarities, but also wanted to see like what we've got. We do have like Shadowfen and great ways to...
Come on, then. Entertain me.
Oh, we've got like Mummify for removal. So we do have a little more dynamic range in this deck than in some others. Yesterday was a lot of fun. I thought it was... I mean, I played it probably less aggro than I should have. It should have been a little more, hit face. But it gave us some great results. Had some great games with it. But the only thing that... there were moments where I was bemoaning either the lack of reach. We pretty much had it in Dawnstar. Wow, my brain's all foggy. That's good for a game, right? What was it called? What is it? Dawnbreaker. And we didn't really have any... Hail Frequency Rising. Sorry, I like I said, trying to cut during a game is it's just come on, Joker, come on, buddy, you can do it. There you go. Just need a little love here. You know what,
I will keep Sofa Sill's people alive.
We're gonna do that. I mean, I was thinking Covenant Plate, but I'm like, really, how can you resist an 8/8 Silver of Revenge, right?
I'm ready for you.
Okay.
You'll not be rid of me that easily.
Okay. So he wants it to be... Well... So if I hit... Oh, wait. Yeah, I want to hit her first.
Don't underestimate me.
Boop, boopy doop.
Do you not fear me, mortal? You should.
The bummer with the mirror match, I put down Sower. I'm like, aha! Then it's like, they could also have Sower. Oh! And then it just becomes...
My fight is done.
Okay. Well... I guess more than likely in that case, just based on what he wasn't able to play, I'm guessing he had a dead draw, unfortunately for him. I don't mind it, obviously. I think those kind of things balance out. You have some of those really rough games where you kind of feel like you get robbed, and then you get some of those. Now, granted, when you get robbed, a lot of times it's the game doing its RNG, or just RNG in general, but then... games like that, obviously it's a human being going, I'm not going to waste time trying to push through this. Which I appreciate the concession efficiency, as you all have seen me do it on occasion. Well, was it Friday? I did it, I feel like I did it almost every other game. Actually, you know what? We're going to keep that against this. Amulets are a thing. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. Sorry, the energy is a little bit low today. I'm not sick, as far as I know. There's nothing going on. I just it's kind of a slower day in general. Got off to a good start, but it was definitely slow. I wonder if I want to Galen in more douches. Or if I should save that for something cooler.
Shall heal you.
That's never a good thing. That's usually cool fire bloom stuff coming, but hey, this is why we play. This is why I like the deck. These two cards right here are pretty much the main reason I like these colors. There you go. Cool fire. No? Alright, so a little bit of that.
We will repay you in kind
And
for
we'll
this.
do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And sure. We'll try to prevent as many cruel fire bloom draws as we can.
We must count on our wits.
So it's going to draw one anyway. It sucks because like I want to mummify this, but I kind of want to mummify that just because. But I guess he doesn't want to use it initially because they're definitely getting into some dangerous territory here.
I will keep Sotha Sil's people alive.
Yeah, we'll do this guy, and that can trade, but I think I don't know. I don't know why I did that. It really doesn't help me a ton because we know the 4/6 pulled something already.
Nothing will stop my rise.
The douche. The douche is coming. All right.
We must protect our stronghold.
And we're not going to be able to nut bunnies. Well, we can do some stuff here, I guess. No, that wasn't what I was thinking. And obviously, Ice Storm does us dirty here. I meant to silence. All right, so this is not. I don't think they got Ice Storm then. They gotta have something though.
I have many important things on my mind.
Douche definitely should have gone in the other lane. Luckily, we do have this fellow here.
Should have been more worthy.
I mean, if they do a Dark Rebirth or whatever on him, then I'm not going to be able to do anything anyway. So let's just put this over here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I could see them doing a dark like any number of ways to bring him back to do that. Okay, that works too, I guess. Although, if I Sorcerer's Negation, ooh, that is a good one. So Sorcerer's Negation, he goes in. I don't know. I'm wondering if they like Dark Seducer comes down or something. You know what I'm saying?
Do you not fear me, mortal? You should.
I mean, they could silence and mummify. They could do stuff. Like I said, my main concern, usually at this point, that's when the giant drain comes down and you...
Swiftly,
The Night Mother will guide us.
well, I mean, that's not a giant drain, but definitely...
The end of life is not the end of usefulness.
Why is that? That is the third time in as many games that Gravesinger's been a thing. Alright, so now
do everything myself.
It takes 2 of them to kill it.
We'll see about this. Surrender or die.
I'm guessing they're hoping for a prophecy. They do not get it. Exact lethal on the board. Win! Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see, this is a distinction I wanted to point out. And I know I've said it many times before, so I know to some it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, but we had a commenter, I can't remember your name, sir, but he said, hey, Telvanni, or not Telvanni, Invade is beatable. I beat it all the time. You should just face them. And just to restate, my concession isn't because I question the deck's ability to play or my ability to win. Although my personal experience with Invade is kind of like my personal experience with Mundus. Some folks were wondering why I was so hard on Mundus until we had a game where it lengthened the game by like 10 minutes and we ultimately lost because it just kept spamming the exact things people need. It doesn't always do that, but in my experience, the reason why I built up so much animus towards it is because I've lost games to that card simply by it having 3 consecutive turns of just this crazy value. Whereas, you've seen me, sometimes, you get a 1/1 with regenerate, and obviously that's not great, but gives you a lot of good stuff as well. And it's the same thing. Invade, it's just in my personal experience, and maybe it's the decks I've played because they haven't been great, or however you want to think about it. But my experience with it has been probably 50%. But it's not about the win. I've said that many times. It's not about winning or losing. It's about how you win or lose. And
This day will be mine.
I don't want to spend any more time talking about it, but just to make it very clear, it's not that I don't think I can win. It is that I don't enjoy playing the game. There could be any number of reasons for it. I mean, we could go into it, but I really don't want to belabor it. I think I've moaned about it more than enough. But just clarifying, it's not a question of, validity. It's a question of, or deck validity or ability to win. It's like, look, if I don't enjoy the game, I don't want to play the game. All right, that's kind of scary. They're getting rid of those 2 things. It also tells me we need to... Oh, come on, game, really?
Motherless dog.
Screw it. I know that's not proper. It doesn't break a rune. We just saw Midnight Burial, which means this is a late game deck. They've got Reanimate probably in their hand already. And they are looking to... Okay. I'm okay with that. I guess that means they're going to try to take her out. Okay. Yeah, see, but they've already, thanks to...
Confound you!
Can I mummify my own guy? I can! Oh, would that be a first? Would that be a first? Oh, no, you know what? What am I doing? Let's go ahead and do this. Get a big, beefy guy on the board. Draw power, reach. We'll start with a thief. All right. Y'all think I'm crazy. I'm so desperate to keep 2 points of damage on the board that I was willing to mummify my own guy. That's not it. All right. That's fine. If that's your only play, even better. But
My paws are quicker than your
I'll
eyes.
do it. We will probably be getting rid of one of those mummifies. If she can actually...
Rise, my
the annoying... Yeah. Alright, so our Encano will be good for that. I'm guessing he's going to get removed, but... Oh! I didn't think he was going to get removed that fast. Alright, we don't need that. at the moment.
Behold my power.
My claws are sharp and
Squish! Or, yeah, crossbow. So yeah, I guess we will just Earthbone you. Alright, so they're all obviously doing Call Dragon shenanigans too. Oh, I love you, Memory Wraith. I do love you.
My powers are in
Oh, for crying out loud. I was about to say, well, we can just negate that, but...
Reverse!
We must protect our stronghold.
I don't think this is going to be a support issue. Hopefully he doesn't have another squish. And we can simply... Alright. Congratulations, sir. You've officially crossed the realm into irksome territory. But, fortunately, I do have some good stuff that I can play. There you go. Don't squish. Don't you dare. You've got it, don't you? Alright, trying to think if there's a way I can... Nah, there's really not.
I will feast upon you.
Let's go ahead and mummify it, I guess. All right. So I think we did put a hex on the plans. I don't know what they were going to be. Obviously, he had a soul tear in hand, so who knows what... Oh my goodness gracious.
The Dark Brotherhood is a fox, and I shall
Okay.
cure it.
I will have your head.
I will feast upon you.
We'll keep doing the thing.
I slay the unworthy. The forest will not suffer your presence.
Hoping to break through. Oh, man. Man. See, it's like, okay, I want to banish him, so you can't use him anymore. Well, you can't kill him anyways. I don't know what they're going to do. Okay.
Fighting will not save you.
And the good news is we got him running on fumes.
To oblivion with you.
Face it, dog. Khajiit will keep you safe.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have lethal next turn, which sucks because he's got, what, 15-20 on the board?
I am the
Fortunately, he's going to spend it there. Yeah, he's going to save it all for that turn. Oh, but
I will have your head. This one is in no mood.
we just top decked
Well,
our
let's see
win
if we can
solution.
find something useful.
Give it a good game. You know, I say, hey, I stand by. It is annoying. It is when you get to that last stretch and it's just like you're getting all the drain stuffs and everything. It's still annoying, but I think I alluded to it before. I think if you're able to, if I've got you within 10, hey, I didn't even realize that was our breakthrough game. Hot dog. All right. So we made rank 1 this season. Woo! So thank you to all the decks that contributed us to getting here. I mean, I'm not saying this is where we're going to stop, ultimately. Certainly not today, but I don't know, boy. We had such a go of it just getting out of rank 2. That was, we were mired in that for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. And we had a ridiculous rise to rank 2 to get to rank 2. We got there almost. It was like one every. And now we're starting to see the legendary matchups again, which is fine. What are you gonna do? We'll see. Might be a little greedy. I don't know. I think a beefy Sentinel Reclaimer that could also give us some Schwaards is always a good thing, or can be a good thing. Let's greet our opponent here. Hello there. Right.
Meaty.
I slay the unworthy.
Are you worthy? Because if you're not, she will slay you. Her voiceover says so. Oh, okay. That's chicken poo. You need to do the stupid thing and approach her. Oh, geez. All right. Well. So what do you think? I really should have put a little more thought into this. Okay. I don't know. I just started getting the feeling that we might need to start silencing some stuff, or silence is going to be more advantageous than reach in this game. Was the sense that I got. May not be accurate, but that was the sense that I got. And it looks like I was right. This is going to be guarding stuff. Boy, that mute has become very popular.
Repel the Outlanders.
Should have been more worthy.
Speaking of which,
By Arte's beard, stay back.
I remember they got trashed when it first came out. I was like, oh my gosh, a one cut. Like, it doesn't put any bodies on the board or anything. It definitely got
The day is mine.
derided for its. All right, wait a second. What am I doing here? Discerning
Should
Thief,
have
I
been
guess.
more worthy.
My paws are quicker than your eyes.
Willpower is the only card you really have to worry about. This whole thing. All right, so we got a lot of good stuff here. Nobody's injured, so you're out, my friend. I'm sorry. Sentinel Battle Mace? No. Tell you what. Let's do this.
Too slow.
The day is mine.
Cool. Make her a little bit more of a threat, and we'll put down there. I'm just immolating blast is a thing. In willpower, you've always got to be worried about that. And while okay, so they don't have it. Obviously, you wouldn't do that before you played. You'd just try to wipe out. We do have some great reach in hand. Holy cow! 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 8. Yeah, we got 8 next turn. 8 plus 5. Never
I
mind.
slay the unworthy.
Okay, 8 plus 5 is 14.
Let's put these to use.
Nope, we're 1 off. That would be 11. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. Yep. And we've learned from the past.
Be silent.
If I do this.
Be silent.
Okay, I don't know. You know, it's always a, hey, don't play the dagger until you can play the dagger, but, or until, like, that's your final blow. But since we were one short there, I'm kind of like, well, maybe.
Should have been more worthy.
Alright, so we know they don't have squish or crossbow for that. Could still have a Dawn's Wrath. That's a big one. Okay. Alright, so... But we have 8 from hand there, so we're good. Boink.
Let's put these to use.
Alright. Another one. Moving right along here. What's it gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna say something amazing. I had all this amazing stuff to say as as I'm going through the day. I'm always thinking like, okay, what deck am I gonna play? What am I gonna talk about in the downtime? And clearly, I did one and not the other, or not much of the other. Oh, I will say, I don't know where you all are at in the world, but I'm celebrating personal that we actually have fall has actually kind of come at the right time. Where I've always lived, mostly on the East Coast of the country of America. I don't know. If this is a movement, I really don't know what is going to work and not. Obviously, Shadowfen is going to be good. Here's the mark of a pro. They're playing a little 1-2. You're like, oh, that ridiculous. This little turd muffin, man. Like, we got bargain basement, Dollar General. I know there's at least one of you watchers out there who's going to get that reference. And oh, he's going to see, look at this. What a ridiculous little crab.
I am ready to join the circle.
Like, seriously, it's sometimes you get some of these from the mud crab and you're kind of scared because they gave you like a unique legendary that's really good and you're like, well, holy cow, what did they pick if that's what they gave me? But I see this, I do not see anything
Protect the Harbinger.
worth being concerned about, because I'm like, well, there's virtually everything in the world would be better than that. And I put it down there just so that maybe I can get some value here. Maybe.
Ah, Kashid likes these. Kashid doesn't need to.
Nope. They've got the answers. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's put these to use.
Little merchant over here nipping at our ankles. I might have to dispense with him at some time in the future.
Suffer your presence.
Okay. Still a 5-4. That's good.
My arcane spear. This day will be mine.
I'm guessing they have a weapon that they can make this trade with, but... Most excellent. Most excellent again. I'm sorry, my friends, but you must be cleansed. I knew it. I was like, but what if they have another charge that's going to get even more value out of it?
This should help you.
Fire, canker blossom.
So next turn we can do Fingers of the Mountain if we want to. Not too bad. Hey, you must be cleansed again.
Kashid doesn't need to be followed.
Thank goodness for support removal. Am I right? Am I right?
This should help you.
And hey, Belly G online for a third one if they're running a third support. But we do have lethal next turn. Or, although I gotta say, I think that's highly irresponsible to have that many. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
You
We will
cannot
see.
hide.
I mean, not irresponsible. We'll call that. It's not irresponsible because I've put decks like, heck yeah. That's right, Mark. Yeah, no, I am so glad that you've got the douche and you've got Shadowfen in there, brother. Because yeah, you get games like that, and we would be in a bad place if they weren't there. So that game, let us not glaze over that. That was an instance of us having the perfect counter, not only in the deck but in hand. 2 Shadowfens and a Belly G, and we didn't use the last one, but that we had those back to back right when he was starting to play that stuff. That was clutch. It was also, I mean, I'd say unfair. It's not unfair. The deck's not unfair, but the fact that we had those perfect answers. Should I do another one? All right, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry. Hopefully you saw my message from yesterday. I want to chime in. Maybe if you're still on, I can talk to you after that, after we're done here. But just trying to get, like I said, doing all that and then the edits. It's a bit of a mess.
Thank you.
I slay the unworthy.
I am wondering if I can get like a oh, you crafty little devil. I'm thinking about getting
You won't like what I'm selling.
a cheap. I've said this before, but just like an inexpensive, not cheap, but
Should have been
inexpensive.
more
Oh, this
worthy.
sucks. It would turn 3. That's hard. To get a passable laptop, because I think almost any laptop at this point is going to be able to run. Okay. I mean, you're rank 120. I just would not have thought that was the best use of a Cruel Fire Bloom, especially when I have the Bleak Coast Troll, and he's so big, and he could definitely eat a Fire Bloom. My soul's prepared. How's yours?
You won't
Anybody?
like what
Did we
I'm
get that reference?
selling.
Indiana Jones?
My paws are
Hey,
quicker
and we've
than
got
your
our
eyes.
stuffs. Oh, is the widow Pedway, shimmering Pedway running away? I don't know, man. I feel like they're going a little ham on this stuff here, but that's all good. So the douche. Man, let's just in case they had some shenanigans there. Wow, how did he get? I thought he was down to 2 cars. Now he's got like a billion of them.
I bark and birth. This is interesting.
And he just happened to draw a 0 cost.
You
That's
won't like what I'm
splendid.
selling.
Alright, so we do have
The forest will not suffer your
a bit of
presence.
that.
Ready to join the circle.
They're gonna have to use some serious removal on this stuff here. Oh, the douche! The douche! Coming in clutch again!
Hands off my wares.
I will cut your purse and your throat.
But not before they play some 0 cost, of course, too. Do it. Like I said, the stench of
We must protect our stronghold.
goodbye, annoying thing.
Protect the
Trigger
harbinger.
this.
Watch yourself.
And, yeah, you probably need it the most out of everybody. I mean, yeah, it would have kept the douche alive, but they're gonna trade it. I was gonna say if you put another one up there, that would be great. So,
Have business with House Halal.
all right, that's another 0 cost there.
Hands off my wares.
So I think the key here is probably, well, I don't know, because if I give them don't think I'm going to give them cards. Well, I don't have a choice now, so that's cool.
My paws are quicker than your eyes.
Let's see, that's
So it comes to
9, 10,
violence.
11,
My business is
15.
none of theirs.
We're not there yet. They're trying to make the push without their stuff.
Too slow.
Alright, so I think with Lightning Bolt, we do have lethal unless they have the thing. Market. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. Are they gonna curse it to to go for more draw? Jeez. Yeah, see, it's a good thing we had it's a good thing we had the douche when we did, because they just got a crap ton of zero cost. Like, that seems crazy to me.
My business
I think they were looking
is none
for-
of theirs.
Who knows? Alright. So it looks like, okay, we want to be smart about this.
Too slow.
I'm going to get rid of... If I... I wasn't too worried about, because we had lightning bolt, so I wasn't too worried about. I probably could have skipped a rune, but I just. Oh, let me say good game, because that was a very close game. But yeah, the douche support removal for the win. Like I said, that if you saw how close it was, if we'd gotten that a little bit later, we would have been in trouble. Oh, but anyway, what I was saying, oh my gosh, so I can't remember the last time that we actually had fall weather that started before the middle of October. Usually, whether it's, like I said, I've lived on the East Coast, I lived in Maine, I lived in Virginia, I lived, well, Colorado, that's not East Coast, but I've lived about 7 or 8 different places, but most of them are along the coast. And so we do, there were in, Colorado is also deciduous, or in terms of 4 seasons. I've always lived somewhere with 4 seasons. And it's been a long time since cool weather started coming in for more than a day before the middle of October, which is crazy, but that's just kind of the way it's been. Galen, let's see if we can do better. Maybe I'm being greedy. Nope, wasn't greedy. I'm awesome. But yeah, so we've had like 2 or 3 days in a row now of like where the day starts off at like the 50s and it tops out at like 67 or something. Absolutely gorgeous weather.
Motherless dog.
I feel like him over her, but since we don't have any weapons to put on him yet, I feel like that's
I am ready
even
to
more of a
join the
waste.
circle.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
So wow, here we got choices. We can play Circle Initiate and this guy, or Circle Initiate and Sorcerer's Negation. I think that's
I
what we'll
am
do.
ready to join the
Motherless
circle.
dog.
Protect the Harbinger.
Boy, we just suddenly went like crazy aggro, didn't we? And the next card has to come over here because a blast of the Immolation Persuasion.
Confound you.
think it's turn 5. They've got to have a jab or cast into time for this.
I know a shortcut.
A weapon for that? Yep. Okay.
I'll clear a path.
Good times, good times.
Motherless dog.
Can't do the tempo harpy. Kind of want to, but I feel like they're going to have something else that is going to need tempoing. There's the edict.
I just want a chance to prove myself.
There's this guy that... Tell you what, this allows us to do the most damage.
Canker blossom.
And Kano coming up next turn is going to be nice. It's not going to be enough for lethal, even if we hit with everything.
Rise, my
Oh, he's going to bring back the Forerunner.
I'll clear
Yeah. And that's going to eat. And Kano's...
I have many important things on my mind.
And then unless... Hopefully they'll use whatever removal they've got in Kano. Hopefully a cast into time. And that will leave our Sower able to... Okay.
Do you not fear me, Walter? You should.
I cast into time, I swear to goodness. This guy always gets it. Always gets it! What are you gonna give him? What are you gonna do? Don't do it! Let him sow his revenge! He's got a singer. His mother sat down with him time and time again.
I know a shortcut.
Of course.
I'll clear a path.
All right. Ooh. Can't play him yet because I don't want him equipping a weapon on that thing.
rise, my
And he's gonna bring her back again.
I'll clear a path.
You freaking nuisance.
I slay the unworthy.
Although if they're playing that, they're relying that much on Drain, I'm guessing we're probably going to end up with the Giant Seducer.
Soldiers, form up.
Okay. Gargoyle or Windkeep? Gargoyle. Maybe should play it over here, but if he Dawn's Wrath this lane, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
If you're looking for trouble, you'll find it.
By Arcay's beard, this day will be mine.
We must protect our stronghold.
I mean, if I ping this, that means we can trade into it in 2 turns. Or in 1 turn, if both of our critters survive there. Oh, I guarantee you I am not going to want to see what they've put a rally on.
Training is over. It's time to act.
It's going to be that Wraith guy, more than likely.
I know a shortcut.
For crying out loud! How many of those do you have? Oh, I'm so sick of seeing you. Goodness gracious.
If you're looking for trouble, you'll find it.
So sick of seeing you. Thank you.
Vile canker blossom.
I fight with the fervor of the wild hunt.
There's the Wraith, of course. They have all the cards.
Go on. Try to heal
Late game
yourself.
shenanigans.
You took a wrong turn.
I mean, it looked good for a little while. Just go over here.
Keep you safe.
I mean, we're not exactly having dead draws.
Don't underestimate me.
Behold,
That Forerunner, man, I tell you what, you go so many games where they're, oh jeez, where they never show up at all.
Protect the Emperor or die.
Oh boy. All right, now I'm just doing this just because.
My paws are quicker than your eyes.
You need to go face, buddy. You need to go face. I'll probably fast forward through this for you all, just so you don't get bored. Or unless he's actually going to go for it. Hopefully he's going to go for it. I'll speed up the process here.
You took a wrong turn.
Too late for you.
I'll profit from your death.
Yeah, that Forerunner killed us like 6 times, which is obnoxious for a 3 attribute deck, but what are you going to do? It happens very often. And I know they used the Necro to bring her back, but still, you got to draw the Necro. It's a big mess. But I remember going like so many games with that, with a Redoran deck, and just going, where's my runner? Where's my runner? Like, oops, I've got Dawnbreaker, I've got the Gavel, I've got all these things. Just give me one. Why can't I find one copy of my entire deck? I play 12, 15 turns without ever seeing one copy, and then you come up against opponents who, I think he drew 2 vanilla, and then brought her back. No, I think he drew all 3. Pretty sure he drew all 3. And just kept bringing her back, or brought her back twice. And ultimately was able to, I say, steal the game. I don't know. I mean, it's not, because there's nothing that I actually had. But one, you've got a sower. Yeah, no, I misspoke. That's an incorrect way to put that. Just won the game, period. There was no stealing involved. It was not my game to win. Oh, no, sorry, no, sorry. I was just complimenting you on showing up, sir. I just thought that was a fine display. Alright, so this is obviously
Found you.
I am ready to join the circle.
prophecy. Well, you don't see her unless it's a prophecy thing. Although, we must keep in mind that she is there and not stack any lane, because
It's my
then she will
business to
ambush us
keep
from
track
the
of
Okay.
strangers.
I'm officially weirded out now. Okay, so do I Earthbone her?
Confound you.
Or do I Douchenick? She becomes a... Is it a 5/3? 5/5. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Let's just see if this... Okay, we don't get... Oh, you know what? I could have played both those Circle Initiates, but I'm playing defensively, which is not ideal. That was a mistake. Maybe see Tiny Dargan come down next? I mean, if I thought we could race, but I still had Prophecy deck in my mind because of the 4/1, so I wasn't thinking race. I was thinking we need to barricade ourselves and take damage off the board. I thought whatever. All right, so we're gonna hit. Oh, see, that's the thing. I can either I can either get 2 Circle Initiates, 2 4/3s down, essentially. I think that's going to be the play. It really depends on what they do here. Okay, so they're probably got a dragon in hand.
Confound you!
So let's do this.
Ready to join the circle.
This.
Ready to join the circle.
All right, no prophecy there. So I don't know with a 4/1. That's. I mean, kudos to playing it. You know, the ambusher. She's a great card, but you almost never see her anymore without. Without it being like she's almost exclusively or seems to be in prophecy decks. I'm happy to see her getting play otherwise, but it's just a very bizarre situation. So that's going to put a 1 over there. Okay.
Motherless dog!
We must protect our strong.
With our ping here. And we've got negation for... I mean, Red Dragons, you don't see them terribly often. I think they kind of had a bum draw. I don't know what else they had in their deck. It's hard to tell because there's some dragon decks that are just not. But then again, for the longest time, I remember people saying that Guildsworn Dragons were garbage. Yeah, no, I know that's like sacrilege to anybody who's watched what Guildsworn Dragons can do. But when they first came out, I crap you not. Now, maybe I was in the wrong circles, but I mean, and I'm not going to call out any streamers or anything, but I just remember them saying, you know, pretty much if you're going to run dragons, it's got to be, it's Archer. That's the color combo that you run dragons in. That, you know, obviously you have Disappointment Dragon in blue. Yeah, you get the ice one, but it doesn't do it. Anyway, there were a myriad of reasons why they said Guildsworn Dragons were garbage, or were not desired to play. So, you know, what does anybody know, really? Like I said, it sounds funny to say that now because I would argue that Guildsworn probably is the best one. I still think Archer Dragons are strong, but with like Calgrunteed particularly, I think that really tips the scales. He's a very powerful dragon. He was very powerful. Oh, Crown Quartermaster, is there anything worse than you showing up on turn 2 when I had no turn 1 play? Like, is there anything worse than that? No, there isn't. There's nothing worse than that, Jesse. I'm so sorry. Why did I show up a little bit late? I thought I could just, you know, waltz in here and get some board play because I'm a 1 cost.
With our deeds.
Not gonna have a lane change.
I will have your head.
So let's do this. That was the chair. See? I don't know if that mic picked it up or not. If you didn't hear anything, then it just sounded really silly. All right, so guessing he's going to give it to himself. Interesting. He really wants to keep this thing alive. Not really sure why. So we do that. Swing it over here. Sure. It always makes me nervous because it's like I'm guessing he's got like a Fell the Mighty or something. I want that for reach. We're gonna do this.
This might be handy.
And yeah, I should have played Covenant Plate on her. If I was being smart, I would not have left that much magic on the board. But if she does get Fell the Mighty, then we have Sower for his stuff. What nefarious... I'm gonna have to mummify this, whatever it is. No.
With our deeds.
You get 1 shot. Make it good.
Wow, they want to keep these alive. I don't understand it, but okay.
Your blood will spill.
I mean, which also automatically makes me want to challenge. I'm like, I don't know why you want these things alive, but okay. Very effective. Still on the board, though. Still a 5-5 on the board. What are you going to do?
You get one shot.
I was wondering.
Steal.
Slay, so they all get big. Well, that just pretty much went in the worst way possible for us.
Steel and strength.
Still
Happy to
and
have the
stone.
cards. That's always nice.
Face me, you dog.
You.
Let's take care of business.
I mean, I really hate getting rid of reach like this, but since I squandered it in the first turn,
Take care of business, shall we?
I guess it's only fitting. Of course. Oh my gosh. And they can slay now. Boy, this is just... What a cluster. What a cluck this game turned out to be. Wow. Yeah, we're just done. Holy cow. Nope. No way. That just got really ugly really fast. Man. Whew. I got a little whiplash there. That was just, like, unbelievable. I cannot imagine. I mean, obviously they're legendary, but I can't imagine that has. I mean, orcs are great, but the way that went down, that you can't have that consistency. There's no way. So I don't know. Maybe we were just unlucky, or maybe the deck is more consistent than I would have imagined. Incognito. Alrighty. Oh, number 10. Good night. And running Telvanni. So this could get ugly. I'll say hello. Maybe he won't recognize me because my avatar's all different. My voice has changed.
Greetings.
Oh, Memory Wraith. Memory Wraith is going to be awesome here. I'm going to wait until they play Necro and Blackhand Messenger and all that nonsense.
I slay the unworthy.
Okay.
Watch
Here we go!
I will have your head. I am ready to join the circle.
Piercing Twilight's 2 value. We only have one copy in this deck, and I need to save that for...
The hist revives.
I mean, that would be a nice one, I guess. See, here's the thing. Well... second Earthbone. Get this to be a 4/3. But it still dies to this.
Your blood will spill.
But at least it trades, I guess.
The fervor
That's
of the
a-
wild hunt. Protect the harbinger.
Let's take it one play at a time. Oh, my little orb of power just drifted off the screen on us. Ice Storm?
Feel the power.
No? Okay. Oh, please hit her over there. No, okay. Alright, so the good news is we can get rid of those forever with our Piercing Twilight. At least those two. I take no joy in that, but I do appreciate the fact we can do it. And if Blackhand comes down, we can Sorcerer's Negation and Memory Wraith. Wow. You know, I rarely see Fleeting Apparition bring back a card that doesn't get immediate value. Like, seriously, how many... Jeez. Alright, I guess now might be a good time for Memory Wraith, maybe? I don't know.
My paws
This obviously
are
makes me
quicker than your
nervous.
eyes.
He can do stuff to remove them both, but I don't really have much of a choice at this point. Alright, well. There's that. Alright, so we are bleeding him out of cards. That's a good thing. And we're definitely going to hit here and get rid of our shriveled mummy. Pretty much, yes. Goodbye, shriveled mummy. Hello.
Flows
You
from the
guys.
dawn of the light of the three.
Alright. You
We must
shrieking.
count on our wits.
I would not bet against an ice storm. Certainly. So here's the thing, though. I don't know if I... Oh, that's perfect.
This might be handy.
Too slow.
Well, let's do this first.
Too slow.
Not worthy.
What do they have in the graveyard? Anything good other than Blackhand? Blackhand, Thieves Guild, Channel Storm. Not really. Let's just see.
Nothing will stop our rise.
I'm ready for you.
Do you not fear me, mortal? You should.
I don't know what I'm doing at this point, to be honest with you. As soon as those Guardians come down, it's kind of like, yeah. I'm very surprised by that. Very.
Nothing will stop my rise.
Telvanni gonna Telvanni. Yep. We're just gonna call it quits here.
Victory is yours.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, we seem to hit a. I wonder if where we're at on time. 1. Yeah, we still got some time left, but we seem to have. We're hitting a bit of a wall here. We're starting to backslide, and I don't know if it's because my cognitive functions are going down. I mean, those two really. It does irk me when I feel like it feels like the best case scenario. Like for us, I would have been incredibly irked at that one game where we just had the support removal. When you're on the other side of it, you're like, okay, it gives us the win. I'm not thrilled about it because that doesn't feel great, but it happens. But when you're on the opposite side of it, of course, it just feels it's like, really? The experiments and the and the Guardians, I don't really know, y'all. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we've beaten decks that have those. They're not the end-all, be-all. They're not broken. They're not any of that stuff. I'm not going down that road. But it just seems to me they're, for the cost, the size bodies they are, the fact they're immune to lethal, so you have to have 2 removals to get rid of them. Like 2 hard removals. You have to have mummify. You have to. I mean, it's the requirements to get rid of those things at that cost. It's just, I don't know. I would not. I wouldn't be surprised if you could sit down objectively with people that do this stuff and say, yeah, there's something about this that should be nerfed. Whether they can die to lethal, which I mean that only makes it fair or better for a very small group of people, essentially people playing lethal creatures. But I mean, it's like it's unconditional. Whereas like with Golden Saint, you want to put 2 4/4s on the board, you have to have a higher health total. And I think something like that with those for Telvanni, it's like you can't just turtle up. Like you've actually got to play aggressive, but then it's not playing into control. Like those are control cards. I don't know. There's just that when there's just certain cards in certain circumstances where you go, how are you supposed to overcome that? And goodness knows if they're able to actually multiply it. But like I said, I'm not saying it's broken or OP or anything like that. It just makes you wonder. Sometimes there's certain situations where you wonder, all right, I don't think this is going to go well, but we do need to contest this. We don't have a turn 4 play, so that's great. I mean, my only solace in that is that Memory Wraith wouldn't have helped us.
Sotha Syl's people alive.
So, in that particular case. Yeah, I might, if we lose this one, I might just switch up to aggro just to kind of purge a little bit since we've... Yeah, the red one we lost to was control. We lost to Telvanni control. And then we lost to just crazy Orc Blitz. And now we're up against an opponent who has seemingly forgotten how to click the pass button. And... I mean, I can demonstrate. He can't see my orb, though, so I can't show him. Look. You move the ball. You move your cursor to this. I don't want to click on it because just my luck. The moment he turns the turnover, I'd be clicking on it like a jerk. But see, so I guess does he not? Can I help him remember where it is? He really seems to have forgotten that it's right there. Oh no, he found it. Okay. All right, so we're dealing with some level of cognition. I don't like this play that I just did. I don't like it at all, but I have no other play. So.
No time for pleasantries.
Oh, he's that guy. I gotcha. That's why I kept Shadowfen. He's always good to have around. I should probably craft premiums of it. The bummer is, I don't know where it came from, but there is a nice premium version of him.
I didn't come here alone. Zooth.
Yeah. There's a nice premium version of him. Let me get these down first just in case.
Are quicker than your eyes.
Oh, I'm not breaking a rune. What am I thinking? And so I'm like, I'm kind of wondering if that's going to come back around. I think it's better. If you look at the Shadowfen, the plain old Shadowfen, his proportions aren't right. Like if you actually see him in full... Alright, so they're going for the kill here, which this deck is definitely capable of doing. Alright, so let's transform here. For all the good that's going to do us. Alright, so Bleak Close and Wardcrafter, maybe? Or do I go Alfiq? This survives this. Yeah. I mean, we're in pretty tight straits. We don't really have a whole lot of ways to regain health. And they're going to do another 6 to us, so we'll be down to 8. Belly G can punt something that he puts down, so... Yeah. I feel like I want to turn the tables, but I don't think that's the... Oh, no, that's going to make everything more expensive, right? If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we could...
I smell the stench
this off.
of the living.
Long live the Scald King!
You're going to be able to battle with something, of course. I don't know if there's a way out of this. Oh, well, that... Okay. Never mind. Alright, so it's not... So we do the... So I can do this. I can give that a weapon to take him out. We're going to lose everything. But we can... No, we can't do that and Alfiq either. Wow.
Too slow.
Alright, Fingers of the Mountain will have to sustain us next turn. Hopefully.
This might be handy.
I want the body. I mean, I don't know that that we have. We can definitely turn it. It just going back. And there we go. Well, we do have a jeez. So that pretty much does us in, right? Not really, no.
I'm ready for you.
Oh, if that goes on Billy G, I just... Okay. Well, it's fun while it lasted, I guess.
Do your worst.
Alright, so if they have anything other than the sower...
Repel the invaders.
There it is. Okay. So, I don't know. I wouldn't say the deck has gone cold. I don't think there's anything wrong with the deck, but just the matchups we've been in have just not been great here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little quick palate cleanser for my own edification, since we can't really fall much further back into... Yeah, we're all the way back to where we started. So we lost like 4 games in a row. So I'm going to go back to... Red, Blight, and Blue. We haven't played that one in forever. Since pretty much, I think it was like the third... It's like the third or fourth video I ever did. It's called Red, Blight, and Blue. And it did okay. It did okay. I don't know how it would fare against what we're up against right now. But we'll go ahead and do 1 or 2 of these games. And then, you know, if we... continue to fall, we continue to fall. There's really not much that can be done about that. We just seem to be up against a lot of legendary players playing the optimized stuffs. And to be fair, I thought our other, you know, our deck was pretty optimized, the Mark's deck.
Hello there.
But yeah, and I'm sure, and this is where I think there's a little bit of growth, you know. I've been tempered a little bit, where I'm like, Jess, I guarantee you, if you go back and you watch those games that you lost, you're going to see at least 2 or 3 misplays, at the very least, that could have possibly changed the outcome. At the very least. The great thing about this is, though, that like we're going to know very, very quickly if we are done. So I have no problem just putting... Well, let's do it.
I smell
Let's see what
fresh
we got
meat.
here. All right, cool. So we'll be able to do all the things.
I can take a hit bait weakening like you.
Barring a prophecy, we could start doing some good stuff here.
Hermamora tests us.
Okay, so he's going to take out this whole lane, essentially.
I'll cripple you.
You're nothing.
All right. Not gonna lie, this feels pretty therapeutic. It sucks after everything we did that, like all the battles, and it's like all we got to do is go crazy with.
Easy as hunting a red schemer in the snow.
Time to fight. Attack!
Sovngarde awaits you.
And that'll do it.
Khajiit is done for.
All right, so we got a quick win in. Very satisfying. The Blitzkrieg, if you will. Or the Blitz, if we just want to take all the World War II references out of it. But Blitzkrieg, I mean, Krieg just, I don't know. There's just somewhere like Darth Vader. Granted, by itself, like Darth, Vader sounds cool. Darth Vader, it just sounds cool. Blitzkrieg, it just, the way the words work together just sounds cool. I don't know why. But that's devoid of meaning. Like, and I think, but Blitz, you know, the idea of a lightning strike, you know, that's a cool concept and it's a cool word. But Blitzkrieg, Krieg just kind of adds like a cool thing to it. Anyway, yeah. So we'll see if we can't get. This is the last game, win or lose. It's going to be very quick. In fact, you could probably time it. It's going to be like 4 minutes or less before we know who wins. I'm not saying we're going to win in that amount of time. We're just going to know. By that point, I'll either be out of cards and they'll have drain on the board or something, and we'll just call it there. Or, you know, I'm so jaded. I feel like this, even a classic aggro combo like that, I still feel is going to end up being invade. But you know, we'll give the game the benefit of the doubt.
Greetings.
Or pony pone, maybe.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Pony. Maybe it's pony. That's the second Devouring Flames we've seen. We're just seeing all kinds of new stuff here on the higher end of things. Which, I mean, I can't complain. We talk all the time about like the meta being frozen, but you know, and then you start seeing these cards, and it sucks when the first time you see them is when they're used against you. But, man, this is abysmal. I mean, Bone Bow, I feel like that's just a bad. I mean, it would save us from discounting a dragon, but I mean, there's got to be some other stuff that we're going to want to. Screw it. I don't want you to get a free dragon or a discounted dragon. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Get back, I say.
Tiny Dargon. Devouring Flames again. Okay. I might just have to launch a crushing blow at their face. That's exactly what I'm going to have to do. Sorry. I mean, we've got nothing but weapons. Hey, and they get a prophecy outfit. So we know they've got a javelin in hand.
Observe.
Alright, so hey, it's not a dead draw. It is going to get the javelin though, for sure. There we go. At least we got that out of their hand. Hey, now we got a... they do have drain.
Will make an excellent story.
Oh, not drain, but charge. I feel like I should give him something. No. Because this can't do one ping damage. It's either going to do... Yeah. Wouldn't matter. Well, no, I guess if we made it bigger.
I have no fear of the cowardly schemer.
Okay, so I was totally wrong. We still don't know who's going to win the game, and we're well into it at this point. And that is, unfortunately, probably going to be a rage. Not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Beef her up, so that's not a trade.
Face me, milk drinker.
And just in case it is a rage, we'll have something over here. Ugh. I mean, like I said, it's not great, but the 4-cost rage isn't that. Okay. Call the dragon instead. Hope get the charger. And he gets the charger. Fantastic. I see, the other thing is, though, now I'm kind of stuck. That was a misplay. Those gross misplays because he's going to get the drain off of this now. And he's got a prophecy, for crying out loud.
Victory
All right, well, there we go. So yeah, 2 prophecies, that'll take care of us. Anywho, so I might play some aggro next time. I don't know, because not that last game, obviously, but the one before that felt pretty darn good. It felt like a relief. Just, hey, get it out there, get it done with. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see or a deck, totally forgetting, in case you didn't know, quick tutorial, if you go down, behold, you select the deck that you want to use, and then you can go down here, this little thing here, deck copy to clipboard. And then you can just, in theory, your clipboard, you can close out the game at that point if you want to. And, sorry, I just saw a comment there. You can post that. It's going to be a long string of code. You can place that in your comments, or in the comments, there, and say, hey, give this deck a try. It's a blah, blah, blah. Give me a breakdown of what it is. And then I can copy that code, paste it into here, and voila, we're done. So if anything like that, like I said, at this point, it doesn't necessarily even have to be amazing. Because, as you saw, you can have an amazing deck that gets you to this point, and then suddenly you're just going to lose a bunch, and it's just going to yo-yo and do what it does, as we all know. So it doesn't have to be that, but that way, just to keep it interesting, I noticed it seems like, the games where we play a control deck, there seems to be not an exponential, but a considerable more amount of viewers. So I don't know, hey, if you're a control fan, let your voice be heard. I can start mixing it up and just make sure, like every other day maybe, or at least once every 3 days at the very least, we're playing a control deck, if that's when you see. But then I also need them. And just general rule, will not play Workshop. With only extreme reluctance would I play Call Dragon. Because these are cards that I personally think are not, I think they're overstated. Workshop considerably, but even Call Dragon, it's like, it's not, So I would like to say, and that is, when you see a lot of these control decks and everything, that's what you're seeing. So ideally, just not what we're seeing all the time. If I have to play something with the Allied Guardian, I'll play it. I don't want to. I'm sick of seeing that card myself. So the last thing I want to do is put that in front of somebody else. But those are all. Workshop is the only one that I have a hard pass on. That's almost rivaled Invade in terms of just detestable to me personally, just my thing. So as long as it's not doesn't have Workshop or rely on Workshop, I'll play it. I may not like every card in there, and that's okay, because I'm playing it's somebody else's creation. I could say, well, this isn't what I play. It's the same thing with the wither that turns things into mummies in your hand. I don't think I would voluntarily put that in a deck that I build, just because I don't like doing that to the people. I don't like it being done to me. It's just me. It's Schwaaard. It's who I am. But if you give me a deck with him in there, I have no problem playing him, because he's in there, and it would be just like if somebody said, this is the game of Legends, here is a deck, and here's a deck. Okay, well, this is a card that I play. So I have no problem with that. Workshop is the only hard pass. Everything else, fair game. And I won't complain. But I've played decks with Marak and stuff, and I don't like Marak either, but I'll play with him. So I'm just doing that just so that since I think the focus has shifted, like I'm not making this crazy push for Legendary at this particular point anyway. And part of it's for my own enjoyment of the game. Just enjoy playing the game. But I want you all to be able to get something out of it too. So if it would excite you to, hey, let me see how somebody else plays my deck or anything, and you can give tips too. Be like, hey, you want to make sure that I don't know, you're trying to get this and this in your hand for the combo and blah blah blah. Any of those instructions, all well and good. Most of you have played this game a ton. If you haven't, you can ask questions or even put things out there. Anyway, I just would have put that option out there for you all, so it's not just me. Because like I said, I've got a ton of Guildsworn, like of various kinds. I've got Prophecy Guildsworn, I've got Dragon Guildsworn, I've got like 2 or 3 just solid Guildsworn builds, which is fine. I'm grateful to have them. But I'm thinking for me playing, I wouldn't mind switching between all of them, but I'm guessing if you came here and you saw 3 or 4 days out of 5 that were just Guildsworn mid-range, more or less, you'd be like, okay, can we do something else now? That said, I mean, Guildsworn Dragons is arguably control-ish, so at least when played properly. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out, but I just wanted to put all that out there. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.